You're so Amish.
Did Mark Delcano go?
You're so Amish. You're so Amish.
You're so Amish.
Are you done?
If your name was Jebediah, it'd be a perfect fit.
Jebediah.
Jebediah. Jebediah. I'm getting on. Jebediah.
We like your beard though. Okay, good.
For those of you who may not know me, allow me to introduce myself.
Facial hair. Facial hair.
My name is Kris Zepplin.
You're not Norris.
And I am the General Manager
not
of the
Norris.
ICWS.
My name is Mr. John. Okay.
At our last event, Twisted Metal 6, the biggest event on the ICWS calendar, I said that it would go down in history as the event that changed the landscape of the ICWS forever. What you people failed to realize is that I would be the person to bring about that change. Me, I did that.
We trusted you, Kris.
At Twisted Metal 6, I did something that, quite frankly, I should have done a long time ago.
But he didn't though.
And since that day, everyone's been wondering, why? Why did I join forces with the Radical Movement?
Yeah, why?
Why did I screw Clint Marshall out of the ICWS Championship?
Tell us.
You're bisexual, aren't you?
Well, the answer is very simple. In fact, the answer is so simple that any of you paying attention for the last 5 years would know exactly why I did what I did. I've been the general manager of this company for 5 years. For the last 5 years, I've worked my ass off to build the ICWS into what it is today. And yet, for 5 years, I've been treated with nothing but disrespect.
Well, I mean...
What?
I've been abused, pushed around, punched in the face, kicked in the face. Hell, I've had wrestlers come into this company and think they can take control of it for themselves because they think they can run it better than me.
Remember when Chad headbutted you? That was great.
Well, let me make one thing perfectly clear. The ICWS is my company.
Remember when my uncle...
Always has been, always will be.
Marlon.
This is my wrestling ring.
Is it real wrestling?
Last year at Seasons Meetings, we saw the formation of the most dominant force in ICWS history, the Radical Movement. Now, when the Radical Movement was formed, I did what I did against everyone else who tried to take over this company. I fought against them.
Yeah.
I threw everything that I had against the Radical Movement, but no matter what I did, I couldn't defeat them.
The ring. Okay, sorry.
Mike Delcano won the ICWS Championship. I put him against every challenger that I could find, and he beat them all. He beat Dan Zepplin, one of the greatest champions in ICWS history. He beat Dark Ice, a man who hated him and wanted to destroy him. And he beat Knuckles, the first ever ICWS champion, and the only person in this company, apart from me, who knows about the history of this company more than anyone else.
What am I?
Gay.
I tried to fight against the Radical Movement, but I couldn't beat them. They were too strong. They were too powerful. The saddest moment in my life was when I realized that everything that I built up for the last 5 years was going to be destroyed by the Radical Movement.
The base is still there.
Yeah, still there.
They didn't
You know.
But that's when I realized something. That's when I realized that the Radical Movement is a revolution.
Did you say Epiphany or Tiffany?
And the whole point of a revolution is to bring about change.
Oh, change.
In a revolution, you can do one of two things. You can either stand up and fight against it, or you can join it and embrace that change.
So what, did you join him then?
That's when I realized what I had to do. I realized that if I joined the Radical Movement, then not only would I remain in control of my company, I would have all the power and all the respect that I ever wanted.
We don't respect
That's why I did what I did at Twisted Metal 6. That's why I joined forces with the Radical Movement, and now I stand before you with all the power and all the glory.
Hey, can we have a Q&A? I got something to ask. Seriously.
Point of clarification.
Now there is one other thing I want to talk about.
Point of order, this amazing beer.
Clint Marshall.
Who's the leader of
Well, that's me. Hi.
Is it you or is it Mike still?
Yeah.
Hope it's you.
Clint Marshall.
Oh, with that beer.
Clint!
People say that I screwed him out of the ICWS Championship at Twisted Metal 6. Well, let me tell you what really happened. Clint Marshall screwed himself out of the ICWS Championship.
Fuck you, Vince.
At season's beatings, he lost the ICWS Championship to Mike Delcano, and then he was attacked by the Radical Movement and injured. He couldn't come back for a while. Now at first I was just like everybody else. I was praying that Clint Marshall would make his triumphant return and take down the Radical Movement.
Did you Jewish pray or Christian pray?
But he didn't come back. Every event that Clint Marshall didn't come back, the Radical Movement grew stronger and stronger.
Nice boots, man.
Yeah.
By the time Clint Marshall did make his return, it was already too late. The Radical Movement was too strong for one man to take down by himself.
You could say it moved radically.
Get the fuck out.
Now I was smart enough to realize
That was great.
that I could join the Radical Movement and be a part of this change. Clint Marshall, on the other hand, he just had to be the superhero. He had to be the guy who took the Radical Movement down.
He's John Cena. He's John Cena.
And of course, what happened in the end? I joined the Radical Movement, and I stand here with all the power and all the respect. And Clint Marshall, he has nothing.
Oh, really?
He's got a singlet.
He's
I
got
have
some.
an awesome-
He's
I have
got
a hat.
amazing glasses.
I'm also invisible.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to witness
Here's
is the start of a new era in the ICWS. The era of the Radical Movement.
Will there be cup holders?
And Clint,
I
hope you enjoy the start of this new era, because all of this is thanks to you. You're welcome.
All the stuff.